Hi students, so far we saw that we are able to hear with the help of our ears. Now the question is, are we able to hear all types of sounds? Because whenever there is vibration, there is a sound that is being produced. But is it that we are able to hear all types of sounds? Or we are only able to hear a particular set of sounds? That's what we are going to talk in range of hearing. So it's the range of frequency of sound which is audible to a living being. It's not that all living organisms can perceive the sounds of all frequencies. Different living organisms have ability to perceive different frequency of sounds. Now for a better understanding, let's take the example of human beings. Now in case of human beings, we also have certain set of frequency of sounds which are audible to us. We can hear only those frequency of sounds, and based on that sound, based on that we have characterized sound into two sections. One is the audible sound and the other one is the inaudible sound. For human beings, the audible range starts from 20 hertz to, you can say, 20 kilohertz or 20,000 hertz. So sound of frequency 20 hertz are audible to us, and we can hear sounds up to 20,000 hertz or 20 kilohertz. So this is our audible range. So all the frequencies which fall in this range from 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz, they form audible sounds because we can hear them. Now any sound with frequency lesser than 20 hertz are called infrasounds, and sounds of frequency greater than 20,000 hertz is ultrasound. So infrasounds and ultrasounds are inaudible to human beings. As I mentioned, different living organisms have different range of hearing. It's not for every living organism that this is the audible frequency. Now if you compare the range of hearing for a dog, for a cat, for a human being, they are all going to be different. Let's look at a range of frequency for some of the different organisms. So here we have considered some organisms like humans, dogs, dolphins, fish, sea lions, bats, frogs, birds, rodents, etc. So you see on x-axis I have taken frequencies in hertz. For human beings, you can see the frequency starts from 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. For dogs, range of frequencies less than human beings. So dogs can hear frequencies which are in our inaudible range. Dolphins and dogs have almost same range. So you can see for different organisms you have different range of hearing. So whatever sounds we are hearing, we feel that only those sounds exist, but there are a lot of other sounds which fall in our inaudible range. Now when we talk of sound, a very common word comes into picture, that is noise. Because noise is something which is also a sound, but we often use this term for undesirable situations. So what's noise? It's nothing but undesired high level of sound. When the sound is of very high volume and at the same time it's not very pleasant to hear, that is termed as noise. Some of the examples are noise are, for instance, unnecessary honking of vehicles on road. Take two scenarios. Say you are sitting in your car and you are enjoying music there. In that case, you will feel happy, pleasant, nice. But if you in the second scenario, say you are again inside the car, but this time there's no music played inside, and you are constantly being honked by vehicles present around you. So, will you enjoy the honking of vehicles? Not really. So, that type of sound, which is not desirable, they tend to irritate, they tend to make you feel like frustrated. So, these types of undesirable sounds are termed as noise. See another example for noise, that's bursting of crackers, sound of aeroplane while taking off, the band sound during marriage ceremonies, a big crowd of people like in marriage ceremony they play too loud music. It's again something which is very pleasant sound, but sometimes music can also become noise. For instance, in many of the discotheques, nightclubs, they play music with a very large volume. Now that feels enjoyable only a certain period of time, but after they might damage your after that they might even damage your ears as well. So these kinds of sounds become noise. Now there are many harmful effects associated with noise. Let's look at some of them. Noise can cause permanent hearing loss. As I said, we are able to hear because of our ear. And which is the most important part inside our ear? It is the eardrum. Now, if you are exposed to very loud sound for a very long period of time, there are chances of eardrum getting damaged, which can lead to hearing loss, even heart problems. Because so much of noise can also impact your ear, and your ear has a connection with your brain, and your brain in turn controls the different organs of your body. So, extreme noise can make you feel restless, which in turn cause several problems. Noise can even also cause sleeplessness. Now, when you have such a loud music played in your surrounding, do you think you will be able to get a peaceful sleep? Sometimes you are not able to sleep at all, and lack of sleep can make you feel inactive, and it can actually affect the metabolism of your body, and it can affect your health. Stress, hypertension. Let's suppose you are not feeling well and your locality is full of unnecessary noise, maybe the noise of traffic, noise of construction nearby, or any such kind of noise. Will that make you feel good? No, that will make you feel all the mood will be stressed. So when your stress level increases, the overall function of body gets adversely affected. Now, because of so many harmful effects of noise, we have come up with the term noise pollution. Like we all know what's pollution: contamination of air, water, or soil with undesirable components is called pollution. We have here noise pollution. This means presence of excessive unwanted noise in the surrounding. So that's when we say the environment is full of too much of unnecessary noise. Okay, one such example could be a construction work going somewhere. The entire locality will have a lot of noise pollution, because when construction goes on, a lot of machinery produces a lot of sounds, like sounds of drilling, too many laborers working at the same place. So a lot of noise come into picture. Similarly, noise of the traffic. So this is how noise pollution is created. Now, since we saw the harmful effects of noise pollution, so we should actually take some measures to control noise pollution. So what are the measures that we can do from our end to control noise pollution? First of all, you can limit the vehicle speed. When the vehicle are traveling too fast, as everybody is in hurry, so everybody is honking at each other and creating unnecessary noise. So the speed of vehicle should be limited. Avoid unnecessary honking. They should not honk without any specific need. Use of quieter engines and aircrafts, because these aircrafts, they actually produce so much of noise that they can very easily cause temporary hearing loss in people. That is why you would have seen that airports are generally constructed a little away from the residential areas. So if we can replace engines with some quieter engines, so during the takeoff during the takeoff, sound produce will be lesser. Use of sound absorbent materials in industries, because in industries, in factories, there are a lot of huge machinery which produce a lot of sound when they function. So if we can use the sound absorbing materials like curtains, glass fibers, foam, which can absorb sound, so that sound production will remain confined to industries. Limit sound level of crackers. Limit the time and area beyond which loudspeakers should not be played. Why time? Why to limit time? Because everybody will want a peaceful sleep. Therefore, no loud music or speakers should be played at night, and also the area should be restricted. For instance, the area which is near to hospitals, schools, loud music should not be allowed there. So, these are some of the things which could be done to control noise. So, this was all about the chapter sound. Thank you.